If you've ever Googled how to know you're in love, you've probably seen the same list of shallow cliches. They're always on your mind. They're your everything. You can't get enough of them. Sounds cute, right? But here's the problem. That's not love. That's infatuation, fantasy, or straight up escapism. Let's be real. If someone's always on your mind, you're not focused on your goals, your growth, or the rest of your life. Real love doesn't hijack your brain. Real love fits into your life. It's calm, steady, and doesn't need to scream for attention. Love isn't something you feel. Love is something you do. That might sound strange at first, but stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why most people confuse obsession with love, and you'll learn how to recognize the difference between liking someone, being infatuated, and actually loving them.
Let's go.
Love isn't just about the highs. You know it's love when it survives the lows. Let's start by clearing out the noise. Most of the advice you hear about love is garbage. Let me show you why. They're always on your mind. Wrong. That's obsession. If your mind is constantly occupied, you've lost balance. A healthy love makes room for your own life too. They're your everything. Dangerous. If one person becomes your everything, you've already lost yourself. Love complements you. It doesn't consume you. You're scared of losing them. Fear isn't love. That's attachment. Real love is secure. It doesn't dangle the threat of loss over your head. Here's what's really happening. We confuse the rush of hormones and the drama of attachment for the steady act of love. We confuse anxiety for romance. We confuse insecurity for passion, but none of those last. And if that's all you're relying on, the relationship will eventually collapse. There is my favorite quote about this. People always leave, but sometimes they come back. It's simple, almost naive, but it's also true. You can't hold someone hostage with obsession or fear. Love isn't chains. Love is choice every single day. So if all of that isn't love, then what is it? Real love has 3 parts. 1, you decide. You don't fall into love like it's a hole in the ground. You choose it. Love is a decision. It's not a feeling that happens to you. It's a deliberate act. You wake up and decide, I'm going to love this person today. Not because it's easy, but because it matters. 2, you act. Love shows in your actions. You invest, you put in effort, you don't harm, manipulate, or guilt trip. You prioritize their needs without losing your own. You learn their love language, you think of their interests, not just yours. You show up when it matters. 3, you act even when it's hard. This is the real test. It's easy to say you're in love when the skies are clear, but love proves itself in storms. Love is listening when you want to scream. Let me tell you something nobody admits. Love isn't always glamorous. Sometimes love is washing dishes at 11 p.m. when you're tired. Sometimes it's sitting in silence on a bad day. Sometimes it's forgiving mistakes that hurt. And sometimes it's respecting someone enough to let them go if that's what they need. Real love is tested not in candle-lit dinners, but in arguments, in silence, in struggle. Do you stay kind when you're angry? Do you listen when you want to defend yourself? Do you choose understanding over being right? That's where love lives. And here's the harsh truth. If your love disappears the moment things get tough, it wasn't love, it was convenience. So how do you know you're in love? Not because your heart races, not because you can't stop thinking about them. You know you're in love because you decide, and then you keep deciding. You choose to show up, you choose to forgive, you choose to act with kindness even when it's inconvenient. You choose them, not once, but every day. And next time you wonder if you're in love, don't ask if you feel butterflies. Ask if you're willing to keep rowing when the waters get rough. Because love isn't found in the storm. Love is the choice to keep sailing. If this hit you deep, subscribe. This channel is about growth, self-discovery, and relationships that actually last. You're not alone in figuring this out. Stick around because the way we see love might just change the way we live it.